Hey guys, I think it's a little bit late. I'm doing this Sagittarius reading a little bit late at night, and I think Mr. Bentley's mad at me. He wants me to go to sleep. I can tell he's like, dude, go to sleep. He's just got that look on his face, like he's pleading with me to quiet, to simmer down, get in my bed, and go to sleep. If you have an animal like that you're close to, like I am with Mr. Bentley, you know they really get irritated when you change the schedule up. That's just not something animals are down with, guys. They don't like you to change the schedule. Animals, well, dogs, I can speak mostly for dogs. Dogs like to have a consistent schedule. And Mr. Bentley, although he's much more than just a dog, he is no different. He likes his schedule, especially at 13. He's a little cantankerous and cranky. This is a cantankerous and cranky old man at 13 years old, and he likes his schedule. He likes his schedule to be consistent. So here I am, up about to do the Sagittarius reading, and he's giving me dirty looks. I started shuffling cards, and I talked to the energy a little bit before I come live, you guys, and he giving me a dirty look. He came and sat beside me to let me know he's with me. He's always supporting me, right? But he's giving me this look like, this is going to get old real fast, Dad, if you're going to be up doing readings late at night. Well, I can't help it when the motivation or inspiration comes through to connect with a certain energy. Sometimes it's the middle of the night, and case in point, Sagittarius, for you it is. So Sagittarius, having said that, I will say, just connecting to your energy, I want you to take a couple deep breaths. If you're a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in a soulmate separation and you're watching my channel, take a couple deep breaths and don't worry too much about your choices and about what's going to happen. I've been up kind of plotting and planning how to bring Mr. Bentley with me to Southeast Asia. And I'm not really sure because, you know, it can be done, but, you know, you have to do some things and figure some things out. And if I'm going to be there for a while, I need to take Mr. Bentley with me because not for me. I mean, I would be okay without him, but I don't want him to wonder where I am and not know where I am. That's not fair to good old Mr. Bentley. So we got to figure that out. But other than that, and that's going to throw his schedule way off, but he'll be all right. Other than that, though, what I would say is that brought up for me a lot of wondering, like, well, what if this and what if that and what if that? And you know what I come to, and I've come to this specifically for your reading, Sagittarius, and for what you guys need to know about your life. A lot of the things you're wondering about what if and how is it going to work out, you don't need to do that. Because the things you're wondering about, how they're going to work out, Sag, or Crosswatcher, there's a Crosswatcher here, and you guys are welcome. What you're wondering about or worrying about, how is that going to work out? How can I, like, what am I going to do? That choice won't even exist when the time comes. For a lot of you, the choice won't even be there. So that's why we're always told, don't worry about the future. There are enough worries right here for today, and they're right in front of you. So deal with the things that are right in front of you and allow the concerns like how am I going to get Mr. Bentley to Southeast Asia? That'll unfold in due time, and maybe it'll be a concern, maybe it won't. I don't know. But I'm sure it'll work out the way it's supposed to. And that's the message for Sagittarius and their soulmate right now as we get into this. And I'm going to pull from the Animal Spirit Oracle as I talk to you guys about one other thing. Speaking of Sri Lanka and this upcoming sort of mission trip, the reason I want you guys to donate, if you didn't see the message I did last night, it's called, the title of the video, it's in my recent videos list, and the title is Please Donate to This Foundation. I would like you to check it out if you can give, because even a little bit, I mean, $1, literally, if you give $1 to this organization, that's going to feed more people than you can even think of. This place is not like being in the United States and going to McDonald's. Like, and this is a place in Southeast Asia, an island in Southeast Asia, where a little goes a long, long, long way. And when you send money to them, it's going right into the hands that it needs to go in right now. Because keep in mind, guys, we here in the United States and wherever you're watching from, where everything's at the touch of our fingers, we're not the only ones going through a quarantine. They're going through it there. Everywhere in the world is quarantine, and they're under lockdowns, and they're having trouble getting donations for the food. This is an organization, the Manicure Foundation, that feeds people, provides life and death assistance to people on a daily basis, and it needs your help really desperately right now. So it's a great way to give, to know that who you're giving to is going right to the people and dogs in need, okay? All right. So yeah, Sagittarius, no worries about the future. Worry about what's in front of you. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed because Sagittarius, even I both know, if you have strong Sagittarius, maybe Sun in Sagittarius especially, you know, you know that you have an obsessive compulsive disorder that can get out of hand really fast. And you know you do. So don't try and argue with me. You know you do. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay, so this is Sag. Ooh, yeah. All right. And then show me the soulmate of Sag. All right, so Sagittarius. A lot of air energy. So you're in kind of an airy energy right now yourself. So even though you've got these concerns that are sort of coming in on you, you're very much in some air energy. Look, you've got the owl and the dove spirit, and then your soulmate has the parrot spirit, and then the overall energy of the connection is the turkey spirit. So there's a lot of winged energy here. I would go so far as to say that your soulmate Sagittarius is very likely a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone with strong Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius in their chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus they're gonna have a really strong air placement that man, I'm thinking Gemini too. Watch your words. That parrot spirit. This feels very Gemini oriented. So that could be my own self overcoming the reading because I have strong Gemini in my chart and my soulmate does as well. Uh, but there feels like a strong Gemini energy here. This is about communicating. Your soulmate is really part of the reason they may be avoiding communication with you is like you. There's a mirroring going on here. And like you, where you're kind of worried about certain decisions, they're really worried about the way they communicate. They know the way they communicate is not always good. They know that there's a lot. Someone really reacts strong to your when you do the Sagittarius shutdown. We're gonna. It's like the like a name of a dance, the something shuffle. The Sagittarius shutdown shuffle. When you do the very typical Sagittarius shutdown shuffle, where you emotionally just shut down and stop communicating because you're hurt or you've been wounded, and so you're just like going through the motions mode. They used to react to that by they would mirror that by speaking kind of cruelly or saying things that push it away even further. So this person is very mindful. They're very aware and trying to be very mindful of their communications with you. Now, that's not to say they don't want to communicate with you. I think they do. Hey, la la. I think they do. Of course, they want to communicate. And during this sort of time of isolation, which is also a time of connection, right? If you really think about it, isolation is a perfect time for connection. Uh, the more balanced you are, the more you're taking care of yourself, you're going to feel very connected to those who you have a soul tie with, a strong soul tie. But this person is very much in a place where they know they need to watch their words. That's in their awareness. Your overall energy for the connection with the turkey spirit is about gratitude. Think of like Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, gratitude of spirit, generosity of spirit as well. So hey, one last time, let me say it. Please don't take offense. If you're feeling generous, go to my Give to This Foundation video, click the GoFundMe link, and send $1 to Sri Lanka, to emergency food, to a place that needs emergency food funds in Sri Lanka. And you can be knowing that just sending one little dollar or euro, that's helping somebody a lot there. And so that's a good feeling to know that not, even those of us who are almost in poverty here can afford to help save a life somewhere else or feed someone for a couple days. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, this feels like a two-way street. Michael Ambrose says this is a two-way street there regarding the communication issues. And it feels like that, guys. I have to say, it feels like a two-way street. Yes, I'm definitely clairaudient. Is it clairaudient? They give me the right words when I'm doing this, because if you guys heard me just in my daily life speak, I'm not so good with words very often. Dove spirit. You are being called to be the dove spirit, but you've also got this owl spirit. And so you see clearly now, and dove spirit is about being peace. So Sagittarius, you have a real opportunity before you right now in your life to be someone who provides so much. Imagine this, because I do this, and I've told you guys this before. When I interact with the public on any level, I think about how my energy is going to affect you, right? I don't want to come on here all sideways and janky like and giving you weird energy. No, I take a moment to center myself as best I can. I don't want to interfere with the message. I mean, if there's a message to give, I'm going to come on and give it. But I try to center myself as best I can and come on and be a light to you while delivering the message. Now, hello, Monica. What I want to say here, this says, based on these two cards, if you're being called to be representing the owl spirit and the dove spirit right now, you have the ability, if you're showing like a wise owl and a peaceful dove, that means you have the ability to incarnate this energy, to allow that energy to really impact the people around you in a beautiful, beautiful way, right? I mean, think of how, if I'm walking up to somebody who's emoting dove and owl spirit, I'm going to really be enjoying being near them and around them. I'm going to be really enjoying sitting in their energy. So if you're someone like me who is on social media or reaches a large audience, you have a great impact, a great opportunity to impact people in a very positive way right now. And guys, people need that right now. People need positive energy in their life. A lot of people are at home going crazy. Like they're at home going crazy. They've lost their job. They have no income. They're waiting for a stimulus check and they don't even know when it's coming. Do you know how frustrating that is? Well, if you're waiting too, you do know. I can't imagine how frustrating that would be, having no other income and waiting for a check to come that I don't even know when it's going to come. That would be very difficult. And that may be part of why I'm getting that energy for you guys about worry. You worry about what's right in front of you. Don't worry about those things. That check's coming. All of those things are going to arrive when they're supposed to. You be grateful for the little things you have right in front of you right now, and know that as you show gratitude for those little things, more will be built upon it. More is going to come in for you. I promise that's how it works. I've learned this in my own life. Don't be like me. Don't torture yourself. Don't beat yourself up to the point that you're on death's door before you realize how good things come when you just show a little bit of gratitude. Shift the energy now. Start showing gratitude for the things you have, and you will see so much more added to that. I promise that's how it works. It's just how it works. Why? I don't know. I can't tell you why. All I can tell you is from experience, that's really how it works. That's 100% how it works. So show that gratitude, be that peace, exude that wisdom, because what you are showing, even though there's a lot of air energy here for you and your soulmate, you're showing in a much higher vibration. I mean, think of these birds of prey. Which birds are higher vibrational beings in your mind? A parrot, a parrot, or an owl and a dove? This screams high vibration to me. This not so much. Not so much. Be quiet, baby. This screams not so much. Now he's being a parrot. Okay, so you've got the vibrational edge here. And when you have the vibrational advantage over your soulmate, the way you use that is you want to raise, especially if it's a twin soul, you can literally, that's a beautiful power to have. Like instead of trying to win your twin soul back, think of the opportunity you have to help your twin soul. It only doesn't matter to me that I'm in separation from my twin soul, because I understand I have a unique ability to help my twin soul in a loving way by raising my own vibration, and that will assist my twin soul's vibration. And that will always be a motivating factor for me to be good and kind to myself and do well for myself, because it's not only for me, it's for that person that is a part of me that I love so much, that I want to be happy. And so you have that ability as well. If you're in a twin soul connection, you have the ability to raise this person's state of being and mind by raising your own. So that's a very unique and beautiful ability to have, right? With someone you care deeply for. So that's nice. All right, so let's get into the tarot, the ancient tarot. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day for those of you who are just starting your day in Western Europe. I wish you a happy dappy Tuesday. Bentley, stop. Please stop doing that. He's making bad noises with his throat, and it's really bothering me. He's like going, he does that to bother me, I'm telling you. Stop doing that, okay? He's an attention hoe, just like his daddy. Stop. I've got to do this reading now. We love you too, Lala. We love you too. All right, so please give to this foundation in Sri Lanka. I'm going to be giving to them myself quite a bit. Of not only my treasure, but also my time and talent in the future. So it's a great place. And if you're someone who wants to make a trip and do some volunteering and change your life and someone else's, look at the Manicare Foundation and go to Southeast Asia and do it. It's a beautiful place to visit. And if you love monkeys, there's monkeys there. There's monkeys. There's monkeys that like to watch you when you sleep. Little baby monkeys. Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors. Thank you for allowing me to connect today to the energy of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and their soulmate for those who are most in need of healing guidance at this time. Thank you, archangels, Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel, pillars, cornerstones, patrons. Thank you so much. Show me the soulmate of Sagittarius for the month of May 2020 for my people here. See, your soulmate's doing a lot of this stressful eating, stress worrying. There's a lot of stress in this connection right now. But you guys, the overall energy is the Four of Wands. So it's kind of one of those things to be really grateful. Again, be grateful for the stress. Be grateful for the pressure being put on this connection, because that's what's leading it to a beautiful resolution, right? It really is. The minute you start to recognize that when things are at their worst in a connection, there's actually potential for growth and for things to get so much better, it really, that change in perception and perspective can allow for some beautiful growth. Even if that wasn't the case, just choosing to look at things that way is so powerful, right? So you do have the Four of Wands here. Behind that is the World. So a lot of completion energy going on right now. So what does that mean? Does that mean there's an ending to the relationship? Not necessarily. It could for some of you. What I mostly get from this is that during this time of what, green hair, during this time of sort of isolation and quarantine and separation, because it is physical separation right now. During this time, you guys are coming. It's actually allowing energetic completion to come to certain things, and it's coming through this beautiful ascension energy. I mean, look at that card, guys. Just stop and look at this card. This is the overall energy for your soulmate right now, when it comes to you. Overall, the subtext of all of their energy is that they're coming toward a union with you, a beautiful, peaceful state of being in connectivity, in connection, not in separation, but in connection. I really feel strongly some of you are dealing with an air sign, maybe Virgo, but it's definitely Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I mean, there's fire energy here, there's water, but there's so much strong air, like this Knight of Swords hiding behind the stuff. The Fool's very airy to me because he's about to jump. He's about to jump in the air. Earthy and airy, okay? The Nine of Wands is here for your soulmate. So this person, like I said, they are worrying a lot about a lot of things. And it's not imagined, it's not Bentley, it's not imagined worries. These are valid concerns they have just in general in life about where things are headed. But it also is, they're coming to the end of that. Hold on, baby. Hold on, guys. Go on, bub. And what's bringing them to the end of that worry, to the end of that sort of time of stress and burden. Ooh, the Ace of Swords, guys. What's the Ace of Swords? It's exactly what this person needs right now. They're coming right upon the Ace of Swords as we begin the month of May. So through all of this stressful energy, it's like they're able to see this truth, this divine truth being offered to them. And it is about you. What's always in the energy, you've got this subtext of the Page of Wands. For me, that's a very sort of physical, it's not always sexual, but it is a physical energy. Like, you know, the feeling if you're just holding someone's hand or touching someone's shoulder or lip to lip, you know, that just connection, that spark of connection with somebody that you really feel connected to. When you have a spiritual connection with somebody, there may not even be a physical attraction between the two of you, but that spiritual connection that lights you up from the inside when you kiss, that connection that's fuego, that's fire, right? And it has nothing to do with what your eyes are beholding. It's so much stronger than that and deeper. But that's always there for you guys, right? Now, what's happening is this person's getting a clear wisdom-based, intellect-based, thought-based, communicative-based understanding of the connection. It's almost not only the ability to see it clearly, but the ability to describe it clearly. This is good. I like this. One clear, piercing thought is going to override all those 9 wands, right? So those 9 wands could be representative of your soulmate dealing with a lot of stress and pressure, but one clear, piercing thought coming from source. Source is going, no, this is what you need to know. This is the basis for the connection. This is what's going to bring you to your true north, right? And it's based in logic and love. Logic and love together, guys. Now, look here. This is where things get really interesting and made for your soulmate. So, your soulmate comes into this. One of the reasons, and I know I get on a tangent about the Queen of Wands. She's so amazing. Queen of Wands is a badass bitch. One of the reasons I love the Queen of Wands so much is because it's both feminine and masculine energy being tweaked and being tweaked and twerked and worked to its magical best. And so, just like within your soulmate, when you start trying to figure out, am I the masculine or are they the feminine? Are they masculine or am I the feminine? It doesn't matter. You're both a combination of those things. Yes, there is, in all of creation, there is an overriding masculine and feminine energy that when they merge, what happens? It creates more. And so, yes, of course, anytime two souls are brought together in this way, it's got nothing to do with whether you're a boy or a girl, whatever gender you identify. It doesn't matter. It's not about your gender. It's about your soul's masculinity, femininity, and what it's bringing to the energetic table. So get off the idea of man, woman. That's just a physical representation of a truth. Has nothing. I mean, I'm gay, so my soulmate is when it comes to a romantic partnership is always going to be another man, but it's not about that. It's about the soul overriding. And so that's why I love this card, because yes, this is a Queen of Wands. It's an overriding feminine energy, but it's also a masculine energy. The Queen of Wands is action oriented. She's out doing. She's getting things done, and that's masculine energy. When we think of masculine energy is aggressive, feminine energy is passive when we think of the physical representation of that energy. This is both. It's both aggressive in its nature of going after what it wants, but it's passive in how it also has the wisdom, it has the understanding, and it knows how to sit and it's like a magnet. She's a magnet pulling toward her the things which are for her without even trying. This is a beautiful energy for your soulmate to be embodying, and you as well. We've got the Three of Cups here as part of this sort of energy that comes along that we're headed toward throughout May. So what does this all mean? What this means is your soulmate's growing in ability to give themselves and to give you what you both want, right, Michael Ambrose? To give you both what you both want. It's not where you want it to be right now, but it's heading in that direction, and you have to trust that and believe that, right? You have to trust and believe that to give it part of the power that it needs to do that. And so that's what's happening. And look, then we come into the Eight of Cups and the Magician. Some of you are dealing with someone who has to walk away from a connection they're in now. They may be stuck in a situation that's not so good. It's so hard. You know, when people say men don't leave their wives for their mistresses and stuff, that's generally true. And you know why? Not because and I'm not getting into to what's right and wrong. Obviously, it's never right to be in an extramarital relationship. It's not right. But when you fall in love, love is love, and things take strange turns sometimes. So we're not here to dictate we're not the morality police right here. That's not what we're here to do. What I'm here to tell you is the reason most people don't leave their wives, even if they fall in love with somebody else, it goes into all those things like responsibility, stability, the easiness. What's easy, right? What's comfortable? What's the known instead of the unknown? The unknown is scary. And so it's not because most people don't want to leave one connection and move towards something else, or leave one connection and just have the ability to move towards something else. People want that freedom, but they're afraid. It's scary. And fear stops all nature of good things from happening. However, this person, as you can see, is stepping into some strong Virgo, Gemini, Magician energy, and they're going, oh, I'm bouncing. Virgos and Gemini are really good at bouncing when they need to. Just letting themselves bounce right out of a situation. We might put up with something for a long time, and we will sacrifice everything to try to make something work if we have a loyalty to someone. But when we're done, we are done. So don't try us. If you're with a Virgo or a Gemini, don't try us. You may think that you've got it on lockdown, but you most likely don't have it on lockdown, because we have there's this point where the switch flips, and it's done. This person is walking away from something that they really put a lot into. 8 cups is a lot of emotion, guys. That's 8 of cups. That's a lot of emotion. But they're walking toward their full moon. They're walking toward their divine feminine. The full moon is their divine feminine. They're going, oh yeah, buddy, no, I am so done with this. We need a new word for done. We need a new word for done because that doesn't even describe how done I am. And I'm walking right toward my divine feminine with all that I am and all that I have to offer to her or him. It's a beautiful thing. That magician energy is strong Virgo, strong Gemini energy. It's the strong mercurial energy of intentional communication, or in this case, intentional manifestation of the things that you desire, connected truly to the pursuit of the divine feminine. Because ultimately, that's why the divine feminine, if you're a divine feminine, that's why it's so wrong of you to chase your masculine down. Do not chase your masculine down. When you are chasing your masculine down, you're doing the worst possible thing for that connection you could ever do, and for yourself, the worst thing you could do. Your power is in being still and having faith and knowing. That's where your power is, divine feminines. It's in sitting there and knowing what's true based on your heart's expression. So if you're over there chasing down your divine masculine, you're not even in your own power. How are you going to help him get into his? You're literally not even in your own power when you're chasing down the masculine. Don't do yourselves or them that disservice, guys. Do not do that disservice to yourself or to your divine partner by chasing them down. If they're running, there's a reason, and you've got to trust in that. Trust in the running just like you trust in the moments of connection. The moments of connection are easy to trust in because they're so obvious and they feel so good, right? That moment where the rest of the world doesn't matter and you're holding each other's hand and you don't even know anyone else is around you in a beautiful crowded space. Those moments of connectivity, aren't they easy to show faith and display that faith? Guess what's not easy? When that person that's running is saying all these things to you all of a sudden that you know aren't true, like, we're not spiritually connected. Get out of here with that garbage. No, I don't love you like that. It just felt kind of cool we just had a cool connection. No. When they start that and they're running, that's the time to show faith all the more as the feminine energy in this. As the one who's more awakened, more connected to the truth than anyone else in this connection, you need to display that fact by sitting on your throne in your power and behaving like the empress that you are. That's the only way. It's easy to run after somebody and to partake in that energy of fear-based behavior that they're already partaking in because they're running. It's very difficult and also very rewarding to sit in your throne with the knowledge in your heart of who and what this connection is and who and what it's not, and know that you are doing exactly what you are called to do by sitting there and trusting in the silence and in the stillness, and respecting the silence and the stillness, that what you have on your table will always bring you what you deserve and what is yours, right? And it will never let you down. And that divine masculine, the same one who's running from the connection, will run towards it when they have themselves centered, balanced, and vibrationally able to do so. And what brings them to that vibration is you sitting in your power, balancing your own energies and coming to that place. Look at the future here as we wrap up May. 2 majors, the Fool and the Sun, upright here, guys. They're coming toward this connection. They're moving like what is the Fool about? The Fool is ready to just take a leap of faith, to leave everything behind, take a leap of faith out into the future. And that's what they want to do, right towards you guys. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. Thank you, C Stars. I always say your name wrong. Thank you for the $1.99 donation. I really appreciate it. They're ready to take a leap of faith into the future with you. But they're not going to do that if you're spending April and May reaching out to them, chasing them down. Come on, let me fetch you. Let me fetch you back into this. No, don't fetch them. Don't fetch them. Don't fetch them. It's a disservice to them. It's a disservice to yourself. They know how much you love them. They know how much they love you, and they know how much fun. If they can just connect to that childlike energy, they know how much fun the connection is, because that's what's true, guys. In these beautiful soul and twin soul connections, they're nothing if they're not fun and childlike when they're in the light and not in the darkness. When they're in the light, they're just so fun and adventurous. And nobody wants to turn away from fun and adventure if they have a choice, right? You know that. Like, you know that divine feminine's about your masculine. The connection is fun and childlike and youthful and exciting. And that just like you don't have that with anyone else in that same way, neither do they. Neither do they. Because your energies were made for each other. Your energies were made to work that way together. It's not a competition. You don't need to get a reading from me. You need to get a reading from me because I need the money. But you don't need to get a reading from me and your first question be, are they seeing someone else? It doesn't matter. So what if they're seeing someone else? Do you think that person compares to you at all in their heart? No. And you need them to see other people. You need them to date and F other people too. You know why? Because all the more that they're going to realize how empty those connections are and how meaningless those connections are compared to the depth of love for you, who they know, just like you've told them before, I hope, and they know you're home. You're home. And it's not a place. It's just being connected to each other. And it's just a very peaceful knowing that's home to you. You're home for each other. Nobody can replace or compare to that. There is nobody else that's home. And they may be with a partner or a spouse that they've been married to for 20 years. That person is not home the way you are, and they know it. They know that person is not their home the way that you are. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing, guys. It's beauty. It's beauty. It's the beauty way, right? One of the mystical shaman cards that I have is called the Beauty Way. And it's such a beautiful card. It's got a little dragonfly and a beautiful lotus flower, some beautiful colors in it. It's the beauty way, and that's what these connections are. They are the true beauty way. Let's look at Sag, your energy now, Sag, for the month of May. Guys, I'm sorry your readings take a while sometimes for me to crank out, but you know they're going to be worth the wait. They come out in the right timing, and the message will come through like it's supposed to. I have people who get mad at me and unsubscribe and stuff if I don't get things done in their time frame, and I understand. I don't care, but I just trust that the message comes when it's supposed to, and I don't let that kind of energy rock me or change anything that I'm gonna do. I have a follower that always messages on here, you could do without the hat. I like you without the hat, and I'm like, I appreciate that, and thank you for telling me. Yet you know, if I want to wear a hat, I'm gonna wear a hat. Like, I've gotten past, I'm not changeable like that. I am a mutable sign, but I'm not that kind of person that's going to be changeable in that way. Opinions, kind of like, you know, opinions are opinions. We've all got them. What's true is what's true. Okay, so I really feel, again, Sagittarius, air energy, Virgo, Libra, Leo, strong, strong, strong air though still. So you are, for those of you who stuck around for your side of the reading, ooh, it looks good. Let me just tell you, it looks and feels really good. But you've got if you're dealing with a partner who is a Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, specifically Libra, I felt some Gemini earlier, maybe Leo, but a lot of air energy, definitely Virgo. We've got the Hermit card as an overall energy. You may be on board here, right? This may be your reading. So big changes coming in May for you and your soulmate, guys. Big changes coming from, hey, are you, Michael? Big changes coming in May. You've got this Virgo energy, this hermit mode energy. For those of you who watch my channel, remember in like the winter how I just was kind of MIA, other than doing my lives and, you know, turning on the smile for my lives. I was in a real place of mourning. I was really in a place of grieving. And all of my friendships went to the wayside. Some, it was a blessing, but some it wasn't. And, you know, I really went through a place of grieving and by myself. Like if somebody I loved would message me, it would turn my stomach. Like I didn't want to be bothered. And it wasn't the person, it was about me. I just didn't want to feel the responsibility or the pressure of having to deal with people. Because in my heart of hearts, I'm an introvert. And I really am. This is showmanship. This is not my natural state of being. I like the quiet. I like the quiet. I like a good book and a cup of coffee and a rainy day. It's like those are my favorite things. And the silence, a phone turned off or put in another room and just not knowing who or what's bothering me. Now, what I would want to say, guys, is what's happening is there's a big change. You're seeing the energy of this connection move from Virgo Hermit energy to all of those wands, 8 of wands moving toward the sun. And when you see those eight wands moving toward the sun, what is that about, guys? Well, that's about beauty, abundance, fast movement forward in communication all happening at once. And it comes out of the blue. It happens from your manifestations, their manifestations, because they're manifesting this too. If their heart of hearts, which of course it is, wishing for you just like you wish for them, that means they're manifesting this too. In quiet ways, in subtle ways, in unconscious ways. They're messing this too. Hey, Daleen Farmer, nice to see you, my sweetheart. They're wishing for this too, just the way you are. This person loves. You both kind of worship each other in a very healthy way, I would say. It's really interesting that it feels healthy. It's a worship that's reverent, but also not jaded or blinded by illusion. So it's special the way the masculine and feminine can actually worship each other equally. It's a beautiful thing. So, Sagittarius, we got the High Priestess, the Four of Swords, Justitio, Six of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Cups, and the Sun. When I told you it was some good energy, it's some good energy. Like the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the last 5 cards of your reading, they're all equally just feeling so abundant and exciting. So really what we need to talk about before that is just these first 2. So what's going on here with the High Priestess and the Four of Swords? You need to embrace this energy of isolation, of hermit mode. You need to embrace that while you're in it, because once it's over, it's OVER. When I said you need a new word for done, being done with those old behaviors and those old ways of thinking, you really need a new word for it, because it's so over so quickly. These painful energies of separation, isolation, they're going to be over so soon that you're not going to know what hit you. And you're almost, I know you're going to argue with me when I tell you this, but you're actually going to miss this period of isolation and sadness and loneliness just a little bit, because at least it was a break. It was a reprieve from having to be in motion and action. So no, thank you, Michael Ambrose, for the love donation. Thank you so much. That really is appreciated. If you want to give though, guys, yes, thank you. And I do, please. I was just going to say, if you guys want to give to somewhere right now, please give to Sri Lanka. Those people and those puppies there really need it. It's for both. It goes to both. Look it up, Manicare Foundation. It's a beautiful foundation. And it's right, it's not a big foundation where it's bureaucratic and things are going to other people. This is going right where it needs to go, right to the pain spot, okay? All right, so yeah, Sagittarius. You're being called to embrace your energy of isolation because you're the High Priestess. You're the divine feminine energy in her power, in her wisdom, in her intuitive knowing what's for her and what's not. This is beautiful, lovely and beautiful. So I suggest you step in, accept that energy, because your divine counterpart is in that energy too. See how similar these cards feel and look? What's interesting is look who's holding the light, the masculine in this. The masculine's holding the light here. Virgo is a feminine sign, and that's not what I mean, because this is the card of Virgo. I'm just talking about between these two cards, the masculine here, it would be holding the light. So they are leading the way into the darkness. They actually are, whether you feel it or not, or whether you see it or not. Don't think of your masculine as a pussycat or a fraidy cat. They're not. They're not. Yes, there's fear. There's fear there. It's not an absence of fear that makes you brave or a hero. It's a willingness to walk into that darkness and that fear. That's all. That's what makes them a hero. It's their willingness to hold the light up and to go, okay, here we come, darkness. I'm not afraid. I may be afraid of you, but I'm not going to let you make me so afraid that I'm not going to walk right into this, because I know that the only way to get to us, is to walk through it. And they do love you just that much. That person doesn't just love you. That person that's running from you and telling you to leave them alone and not acknowledging the connection right now, they don't just love you. They love you that much. That's how strong the love is, that they would walk through the darkness to save you. That's a beautiful love. And it's dramatic. It is dramatic. Like, people will be like, why so much drama? No, it is dramatic. It's the most beautifully dramatic love. It is. And it's worth it. It's worth every little risk you take. Through the fire, baby. And that is something that I need you guys to have, that kind of faith in yourselves. That's your worthiness. That's how beautiful you are to that person. Whether they're showing it or not is not the question. That's not even in question. It is there. And it's that beautiful. And you know how you feel and accept that from them? By showing that to yourself. Being worth walking through the fire for yourself. because nobody can love you as much or any more than you love yourself. And baby, that is a divine truth that will not change. So if you're here for a while, for a good time and not a long time, or you're here for a while, you might as well get that message now that you need to love and show affection and appreciation for yourself and your worth right now, so that that person can start doing the same the next time they come around, because they do value you. They do value you that much. They're not able to show it to you sometimes because you haven't even shown that to yourself. So start showing yourself. You've got justice. Some karmic truths are coming out, and they're on your side. They're in your favor. You've got the Six of Cups. This thing's been through many cycles, maybe many lifetimes, but this is the penultimate or ultimate one, and it's time to get to go. It's time to hit go and to put the pedal to the metal. Look at the happiness associated with this childlike connection. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, and it's leading to the Ten of Cups. My God, guys, I don't even know what else to say about this. Things are beautiful here. Do you think a narcissist? Oh yeah, narcissists have both. Like the narcissistic wound, guys. That narcissistic wound. Narcissists, we misunderstand. People think of narcissists as like these mean, self-absorbed people, and they can behave that way. But they're very much attractive to us because narcissists have that wound. They're very childlike, and they show you this innocence and how much they just need to be loved. They will look at you very quietly with these eyes that say, "Just love me, just protect me." But then when you need them to do the same thing for you, they will run like crazy because they hate themselves. And when you behave in a way that reminds them of the worst of themselves, they're going to take off and run from you. Narcissists can change though. That I don't agree with people who think that you're just that, like you've got this narcissist. No, it can grow. If they can start dealing with that wound that made them so self-centered, that wound that happened as a child, usually that made them become so self-centered and unable to share and express in a beautiful way on a consistent basis, they can deal with that and heal that. Anything's possible. A lot of empath narcissist relationships are very similar to twin soul or strong soulmate connections because we're all dealing with our core wounds, or the narcissistic wound, the thing that, you know, brought the person to the place that they have trouble loving, right? But, you know, I don't know who's a narcissist and who's not, but I know no matter what label is put on me or my twin soul, I love that person no matter what. I know their beauty, I know their kindness, I know their ability to love, and I believe in that. So don't let anyone pigeonhole your loved one into a label that makes them unable to move or grow. Don't let anyone do that to you, okay? You trust in what your heart tells you. Let's get a mystical shaman oracle card for Sagittarius and their soulmate for the month of May. People are always, don't expect the worst from people. Hope for the best in them and see the best. And they'll start to show you more and more of that, okay? You've got completion here. I said, you know, it's that energy that came out on their side from the beginning. There's this energy of completion. You've also got thunder. So this is going to be, here's the thing. This is going to be, it's not going to be a completion that just happens very softly and quietly. This is going to be loud and thunderous, and it's going to be literally the stars moving. It's like an eclipse, something happening and shifting really quickly. A lot of you who are twin souls know that the first time you came into encounter your twin soul in the physical world for the first time, it may have happened around a solar eclipse or some kind of eclipse. I know the first time my twin soul and I met in person, we knew each other already, but the first time we met in person was the weekend of that huge solar eclipse just a couple years, in like 2017, and in the summer of 2017, that everyone was getting the glasses for. And the reason that happens with twin souls especially is because the relationship is so connected to astrology and what's happening in the stars. This is as well. Look at these orbs and this completion energy. It's just a reminder to you to know that everything is a dance. It's a spiritual, energetic dance between you and your partner. And remember what it's leading to in the month of May. Beautiful clarity and happiness. Look at those little kiddos. That's you and your partner. You guys are like little kiddos. If you would just do enough healing to be able to stay in the light together instead of always having to go to the darkness and trust the connection. Oh, it's so beautiful. Guys, life is short. Don't waste it in situations that aren't fulfilling you. Don't waste it in situations that keep you comfortable or keep you fed. Go make your own new, exciting path. Be a trailblazer. Go make a path that allows you and your divine counterpart to be in each other's presence on a regular basis, in whatever that means. You don't have to be even in a romantic relationship with each other, but give each other the opportunity to be together and to be whatever the stars have in store for you, because it's exciting when you can not only see the light in them, but you can start to see the light reflected in you from them and reflecting it out and changing other people's lives and really doing what you came here to do. It's an exciting thing. So I wish you guys the best. Namaste. In May 2020, I hope this reading resonated for you. If not, it can only resonate for a certain degree of people because I connect to certain energy groups. I would suggest checking out some other really gifted readers here on YouTube. So I wish you guys the best, and I will talk to you very soon. If you need to get a personal reading, the information is here in the description of where you can make your payment to, and in the notes section, put your contact information, email, phone number, so I can contact you to get you set up for either a live reading or to get you on the list for the recordeds, which is a little long right now. So that's the way we do it. The lives, it doesn't take long at all. If you want a live interactive reading, those are easy to do. The recorded, it's going to be a little hot minute because I've got a list of people I'm working from. So I love you guys. I wish you well. Saggies and your soulmates. Take care of yourselves, love one another. And say thank you 7 times and call it a day. Bye, guys.